You call this issue useless? This is a very serious matter, Louis. I'm not joking.
Do I look like I'm joking? No, look at my face. Can you see my teeth? I'm very serious. Don't stress it. It's not happening.
What do you want?
I want to ask a stupid but yet relevant question. What is going on?
What question do you want to ask?
Your son is missing, and instead of you to be worried looking for your son and you're here drinking your life away, what kind of a woman are you?
What time is it?
You don't know time again, right? You have suddenly lost your conscience. Look at it there. It's 2 a.m.
And you think that a mother who sits here drinking out of enjoyment?
No, I don't think that too, and that is why I asked, what is going on exactly?
You said it yourself that my son is missing. Isn't that enough problem to be worried about?
Yes, it is actually if it was to be another person, but because it is you, I know it is not the truth, and you and I know that you are not worried one bit. So I put it to you that it's either you know where your son is or you know exactly what is holding him.
Why do you think so?
Because I know you, Oledo. With the little time that I have spent in this house, I have come to know the kind of a woman that you are. That you are that woman that can go at any length to achieve whatever you want. And you have so much impacted that into your son, Louis, because he learns very well. He is willing to do the same thing. It means going to the devil to get it.
Let's skip all this. What is the question you wanted to ask?
But I've already asked you, what is going on?
That's not the question. Why don't you go straight to the question that you want to ask?
Okay, very well. So why do you hate Nedu so much? That you don't care whether he lives or he's dead? Why? Why do you hate him?
You might be right. I don't love Nedu as much as I love Louis. But that doesn't mean that I hate him.
Then you have to explain to me, because right now I am lost for words. Because I've been imagining a woman that got pregnant for 9 months. You carried him 9 months in your womb and you brought him forth. And then you hate him so much. Oh, so you said you don't hate him, my bad. Why then do you treat him differently?
You went to report to the police about your missing friend. Or should I say your missing lover? So what's the update? How did it go? Did they find him yet? Or has he decided to run away from you?
They haven't found him yet. And he has not decided to run away from me either. But according to the police, they would leave no stone unturned until they find him.
I see.
Mm-hmm.
They should better do their best. They should.
They will do their best. And while they are at it, you should also do your best in hiding him properly because they will find him sooner than you expect, Louis.
Why are you insisting that I have him?
For a proud man like you, don't you think you're acting like a child this period? You are always confident of what you can do and what you cannot do. Don't you think you're being too much of a coward this period? Louis, why don't you just open up your mouth and hit your hands on your chest and say, I did it? If not, you are nothing but a coward.
Hey. Do not insult me. Don't speak to me in that manner. Or else you will not like what you will get.
Or else what? What are you going to do? You want to kill me? That's the only thing you can do to me. Kill me. That's your style. Demon. Mm-hmm.
It's okay. It's okay.
You said you wanted to know about Nedu, right?
I'm listening.
I can never love Nedu. I will never love Nedu. Nedu is that evil child that refused to go. Nedu is that evil child that ruined my life.
I don't understand.
Nedu is the product of rape. I never knew his father. I was raped at a very tender age while I was in school. That similar act, I became pregnant. I did everything and anything to get rid of him, but he refused. He remained. My father did everything, but nothing worked. Eventually, my father took me to the hospital to get a DNC. After examining me, the doctor said that if I did anything, that I would die. So I had to carry him.
Okay. I'm listening.
And then I was in love with Uzo. When Uzo realized that I was pregnant, he was very angry. He was very upset. He left me. He abandoned me. So his parents decided to send him abroad. Abroad that both of us were supposed to go together. Was left behind because of the pregnancy. Now you understand why.
But it's not Nedu's fault.
It's not his fault. Really. So whose fault was it then? Not minding. I met Casey Omunnaya, who, after narrating my ordeal, he accepted me with the pregnancy. He loved me. He showed me love. He showed me kindness. I grew from fond of him to loving him. After I gave birth to Nedu, he loved Nedu as if Nedu was his own child. He was fond of Nedu. Then I took him. After a while, I was pregnant for Louis. For the first time, I felt like a mother. For the first time, I was expecting a child out of love. In Louis' case, I was just a vessel. I felt like I was just a vessel that brought him into this world. As they were both growing up, my husband was still loving Nedu more than Louis. Then something happened. My husband died. When he died, when I discovered that he withered 80% of his assets to Nedu, leaving Louis, his own son, with 20%. How could you love Nedu more than your own child? How? I watched Louis begging for what rightfully belonged to him from Nedu. As God will have it, Nedu helped Louis to establish his business. Louis was doing very well. Nedu made some wrong decisions and started going down and lost everything. Now, how do you expect me to love Nedu, who cost me everything, who almost ruined my life, who cost me the opportunity of leaving this country? How do you expect me?
Why are you talking like this? But God also came through for you now and brought Louis' father your way. And he showed you love, which you told me now. So why couldn't you share a little of that love to a child that came out of your womb? Is it Nedu's fault? How is it his fault?
He shouldn't have come out of my womb. He was not meant to be. He was not meant to be. It wasn't meant to be. Every time I think of everything I did to get rid of that child, I just feel like poisoning him. Yes. I know what I went through. I know what he cost me. So to answer your question, I can never. There is no space in my heart to love him. And the annoying part of it that even in my husband's death, Nedu was coming in between.
Please, are you not supposed to be happy that the man that found you after you were pregnant still loved your first child and still has the mind to will everything to him. Your own very child. Are you not supposed to be happy? Was there any time that you told him to will everything to Louis? Or was there any time that you told him to separate the two children?
That must have been one of my greatest mistakes. I should have told him from beginning to separate the two children. I should have. How can I watch Louis be crumbling under his brother? How can I watch Nedu get rich before my son? How?
If I just believe what you told me, then this your hatred is epic. Because I don't get it. How you will hate your son this much. And that brings me to what I still believe. That is either you know what just happened to him, or you know where he is. Because I see that you're worried. It's that motherly blood in you that is tormenting you before. How is it his fault? Why will you hate him this much? You just narrated how this boy came forth. And from what you just said, you can see that he's a destined child. So you don't have to worry. You see that God that preserved him and brought him forth will continue to keep him. Whether you like him or not, don't worry. Like you just told me, that you are only a vessel that brought him to this world. I believe you on that one. And don't worry. God will take care of his own. Because that child, Nedu, is a destined child. He will not die. I bet you. You could not forgive your son. It is not even his fault.
You will not understand. We never understand.